this question tests our knowledge of a few different mathematical concepts, and then it has some detail in there that we have to pay attention to. So it says the measure of the four angles in degrees of quadrilateral JKLM, not pictured, make a geometric sequence with a common ratio of 3. What is the value of the last term in the sequence? Okay, so first of all, four angles of a quadrilateral, they add to be 360 degrees. One of the easiest ways, I think, to remember that is if you have any rectangle or square, all four of those angles, it's a four-sided figure, are 90 degrees, and 94 times gets us that 360. The other thing we need to be aware of is this concept of a geometric sequence. So a geometric sequence is a sequence of numbers in which you get from one term to the next by multiplication. Okay, and in this case, we're going to multiply by 3. So every term is going to be 3 times the previous term. And then we just need to pay attention to what it is we're being asked. And the question is, what is the value of the last term in the sequence? Okay, there's a few ways that we can do this. I will show this algebraically. But if we're thinking about 4 different angles in a quadrilateral, we can say that that first angle is just n. So whatever that number is. So we'll use the variable n. Oftentimes in sequences, n is used as the variable. And then the next term is going to be 3 times whatever this value is. So that's going to be 3n. So we'll add to that 3n. And then our third term is going to be 3 times this one. So 3 times 3n is 9n. And then the last term is going to be 3 times the previous one. So 3 times 9n is 27n. And those 4 angles of the quadrilateral have to add up to be 360 degrees. So we set that equal to 360. Okay, on the left side, let's just add up our like terms. 1n plus 3n is 4n. 4n plus 9n is 13n. 13n plus 27n is 40n. And that's equal to 360. If we want to get n alone, we would divide both sides by 40, giving us that n is equal to 9. And in this case, it's degrees, so it's equal to 9 degrees. Okay, when we look at our answers, we see 9 there, but we got to be careful because the question asks us, what is the value of the last term in the sequence? So here's the 4 terms in our sequence. This is the last term, but we know that n is 9. So we can just say, okay, the last term is going to be equal to 27 times 9. We could get a calculator for that, but if we do so, we go 27 times 9 is equal to 243 degrees. So the last term in this sequence is 243 degrees, and we find that in answer